Pounders, welcome back. Episode 8 of The Big Board. Man, it was a wild weekend with Super Bowl, with new drafters signing up on Underdog, everyone getting their friend to sign up with their promo code, as well as you had the mystery drafters on Auto Draft drafting what they thought was the KC Philly slate, but they were in the big boards, they were in the little boards, they were wreaking havoc. Canceled, a lot of time wasted. We had a little fun on Twitter there for a little bit, but we are going to be jumping into big board draft number 20. It's 20% full, which I guess puts us behind the fill rate. Fill rate would be what, 30 drafts, 10% is 15, 20% is 30. So we are behind the fill rate. Don't mind catching up a little later on. Hopefully we get a little more info. But again, man, this thing's filling fast. It is February 10th and it's 20% full. A bunch of sickos. And we just dropped another update to the CSV ranks. If you guys are interested in that, it's any tier of the Patreon. We'll get it for you. And this is update number like 4 in a week. So we've been crushing it. You guys will get a little taste on stream, but again, it's just so much more beneficial to have it and have it updated for you with one click download. All right, let's jump in here. Take me off the limelight here. And Drew makes a live stream. What's up, dude? OTS in the house, working from home, Super plus EV. Jason, good to have you back. And Green Bean, one of our new homies in the Discord. If you guys aren't already in the Discord, join it. You will not regret. Completely free. And we got the homies in this draft. Let's go. Turbotron, Drew in the 4, Ben at 8, OTS at 9, QB the King. I always forget his YouTube name, but QB the King, a pounder. Let's go. Let's get the Discord will be in the chat. Give you a chance to jump in. And we get the 5. We get the 5. Let me get the overlay running too. It's going to be interesting to see these exposures completed. Let's go here. 40 total. Extract. Active. And we back. Do a little refresh. See where we're at. All right. Man, yeah, we don't have that many 2 spots. 2.7% Barkley, and I feel like when we get the 2, Barkley goes at 1. We have 0 Bijan so far. We haven't been picking. Again, we only have 20 drafts, so plenty of time for this stuff to even out. I only have 8% Jefferson, and I have Jefferson over Bijan. So it's another beneficial thing to the overlay is if you don't care about the little board exposure, you can just have it show big boards. And that's what I'll do as we get closer to probably 50 big boards, 40 big boards. I just want to see those exposures. Crypto at pick 12. What's your underdog name, dude? Caden, that's right. Very familiar. Here we go. We get our first Bijan share at 5. I got called into on my day off. Oof. As long as you're getting that OT money. As long as you get that OT money. Bet in the house. We're in here. Bone, are you in the draft? You beauty. Turbo in the house. 38% JJ is not too much, dude. Got to make a stand, man. Are you excited for JJ McCarthy? Are you excited? Does he do better than Sam Darnold? Where does Sam Darnold go? What do they do with Sam Darny D? We got Darnold basically right at ADP. I think Kirk Cousins is sort of mispriced. 229. Like the dude's, he's gonna end up somewhere, right? Obviously, after pick, man. After pick like 153, maybe even Cam Ward you can include in that. Like even A-Rich. Even Bryce. Like, these are all bench risks. Like, from Bryce Young down, he's like the bench risk QBs, which some of these will end up to be great values, but there definitely are more risks this year. You're seeing teams benching QBs, playing contract rules, playing the game a lot more nowadays than maybe in seasons past. Maybe that's why I've been a little more heavy on Josh Allen, Lamar, Jalen Hurts especially. He's falling into the 40s pretty consistently. Bo Nix, we like to tap into the Bo Nix ADP. But there's also those middle round guys too, like right where Bake Goff, I think are a little expensive, but you're getting the certainty there of probably playing the whole season. Kyler, I like. Caleb may be a little expensive, but projecting year 2 bump is definitely baked into his ADP. We'll correlate them. Herbert, Love, Drake, May, Stroud, Dak, Purdy, T-Law. Like, I love this slew of QBs. Ben staying on brand with the rookies, which I like him here at 17 a lot. JT Achan, Henry Nico, BTJ, AJ Brown. An important thing about keeping track of ADPs, right, is sort of knowing the percent ownerships of these combinations, right? So as we get towards 50, 60, 70%, and these ADPs are set or the news is sort of moving players, we'll know who's been paired up, right? So, like, Ladd McConkey is gonna be a very common pairing with Bijan, which is fine. I do think he belongs here. But, like, are you going 2 players that would fall in the next round to get different? I don't think this is a great spot for it. Is there anyone super mispriced? Maybe bring in Hill, but Hill falls 29. He has been rising. Terry at 27, T. Higgs. So that would be one where if you go T. Higgs there instead of Ladd, and then maybe you get Terry, you're getting a little different that way without maybe sacrificing too much there. That's an interesting way to attack it, but again, like, it's so early in the contest that I wouldn't start dipping my toes in that until I know where these ADPs are fully shifting towards at least 60, 70% fill rate before that even crosses my mind. Patty Ice. Dude, we had a Patty Ice that used to is that nah, his name was Matty Ice. He used to photograph our hockey team in high school. Matty Ice. Everyone can get a shout out. Sam Darnold, congrats, you're a Jet. Oh dear God. Oh dear. That'd be comical. That'd be comical. It'd be right back to the same thing. Ooh. Do we really wanna do this? Like, probably. I don't understand how we go Lamar or we don't go Lamar over Garrett Wilson. You have to bait like Devontae Adams leaving and shit. But what happens at QB? Nothing good. Kirk Cousins? Maybe you get Kirk Cousins to New York. Now you're just trading old man for old man. I like the shout. I like the shout. A lot of these QBs are gonna get buzzed up a little bit. You know, it's obviously not a super strong class for QBs. I think the max you're gonna see in round 1 is gonna be 3, and it's probably gonna end up being 2, but they always start to get buzzed up come late March. Snap into a Slim Jim, tap into a Bo Nix. Yeah, exactly. The slogan's there, dude. Nico at 11 is nuts. Yeah, that's fun. He only falls a couple of picks, but he's typically not falling. I wouldn't say it's nuts, but like Derrick Henry goes at 14, so it's not like he's getting a rare combo here, so it's not too big a deal. Jameis to the Jets would be fun. That's good TV. That's good TV. Like, you expect him to lose, at least throw for 4 touchdowns and 5 picks, right? Like, go down in style. Go down in style. Missed a 30 for 30. Stroud is super cheap, I agree, but he probably should be, right? Team that's gonna be leaning pretty heavily on Joe and Mixon again. Do the wheels fall off the bus come towards the end of the season with Mixon, like we saw this year? Where are they getting that bump from that 50-yard touchdown? These KC pieces are you already know. They're mispriced. I have not drafted Mahomes, Pacheco, or Kelsey yet. I mean, I'm also 37 spots off from Mahomes' ADP based on our ranks, and I just bumped Kelsey down again. It's just tough. It's tough. I don't even know if Kelsey's playing, and he didn't talk to the media. Mahomes sorta answered the question for us, though. Basically said, like, he Kelsey has to want to come back to, like, get back to work and grind, and it is a grind. That makes me think that there's a question in his head. And if there's a question, especially after how that Super Bowl went, even then, if he comes back, like, I don't like his price where he currently is. So, there's just, like, 0 risk baked into like, no one's baking risk into his current ADP, which is just strange. Snowman in the house, what's up, dude? New coordinator in Houston out there, I was run heavy. Yeah, no Tank Dell. What that's why I think Schultz is actually a pretty good value at tight end where he goes. 186. It's not bad. It's not bad. Is this our first Rice share? We have Adams up here. We're at 30%, kinda hitting the tip of the iceberg of where I wanna be. We're gonna have to go back-to-back receivers. Let's bring in a Rice share. Even as Kelsey's guaranteed to play, give me Fannin straight up. Dude, Ben loves this kid. Ben loves this rookie, goes at, like, 170, 192. Look at that, Ben. We're ahead of ADP on him, man. We're ahead of ADP. We got Schultz in front of him, though. Oh, we should just insta-click Zay Flowers there, but kinda forgot we had Lamar. Even then, you guys know I'm not a big Zay Flowers guy. Pacheco's untouchable. He doesn't have the draft capital contract to survive running like he is. Yeah, you still gotta love the effort. Like, they're down 72 points in the 4th quarter, and this dude is running back to the line of scrimmage as fast as he can. Like, just the type of player you want in your team. We'll see if he ends up getting Tyler Algiered, but we all saw the game plan. They put too much on Mahomes' back. They didn't establish the run early. Then the picks. It's tough. Pretty different from the other game plans, and then once you get behind, see you later. Philly knows you're throwing the ball. Good luck. 52. Let's go Adams here. We have him ranked just behind him. 30% DK. We're gonna hit the chill zone button. We need to catch up. All right. So far, a 1-1-3 with Lamar Jackson, Bijan, McConkey, Rice, and Adams. Oh, man, that'd be pretty sick. Kid's got a real fun tape. Kid's got a real fun tape. Same thing with, Quinshawn, like, just he's the type that he'll just, like, blow the top off in one play. Real interested to see where him, Caleb, Travion go. I'm not as high on Amarian. I don't know what you guys think. He can be a workhorse, but you don't see him having those home run touchdowns, which at this price, I don't know. It's obviously gonna depend on landing spot. It's gonna matter the most with these rookies. Yeah, Mahomes at 54. I'm just not gonna have a single share again. Like, I can't. 2 years in a row, like, 1% Kelsey. Last year, I think I got to 4% Mahomes. It didn't feel good. And my highest owned KC player was Rashee Rice. That was pain. He's my highest owned player in general. Then both both my at home leagues had Rashee Rice. That was wonderful. I'm glad I'm not crazy. People love him, Marion. I'm just not there. Same with Tet. Yeah, Tet I have ranked behind this whole group of wide receivers. I have him ranked behind that whole group of wide receivers. I really I really like the ranks. I've been super into the weeds with the ADP, the movement, and ahead of the players that are rising, kind of putting them where I believe they belong slash where they're trending as well. I'm with you on Marion. Started picking up a few shares since everyone else seems to be high on him. There it is. There it is. There it is. Dude, that's so true. His ADP is risen. His ADP's risen from like he was trending towards 70, but because of all the auto drafters, even Kelsey, like all these guys, because they were going in the first, second, third round. Worthy. What's Worthy's new ADP? Yeah. For all these guys got a boost that was like not necessarily deserved. This is another reason why I guess, I pass on Zay is because 'cause I'd rather have the Mark Andrews connect. Pick 12 is awful, you miss out on the last wide receiver. Yeah, we covered this pretty early. It does not it does not seem awesome to have pick 12 when you have to reach up for, like, Drake London if you want a receiver. Dude, I almost just went down on that one. I almost just went down. Yeah, the kid looks special. Kid looks special. Up in 6, up in 6. I like Caleb too. I'm drafting Caleb over Amarian right now. I don't mind Henderson over both of them. Curious, anyone using the ranks right now? Anyone using the CSV? I just updated it today. Top 230 plus. Went through and adjusted 1 through 232. I don't just dabble here and there. Drew's got the new ranks in. Debo goes to 71. I probably would put Debo ahead of Jaden Reed, just where we don't know where Debo's gonna land. He could land into a very favorable situation. It was just kind of a dumpster fire in San Fran last year. He was not as effective as a runner. That was, like, the major thing too. 42 for 136 and 1 tutty. Like, the efficiency dropped in half, and he lost weight before the season started. He came in lighter. Then they found out like, "Hey, dude, like, you're our running back. CMC's down." This is where it starts to get interesting, right in this ADP area. First click on Ayuk felt nasty, not gonna lie. You can give him a small boost, though. Him I gave Ricky a small boost back up after the Debo news. We'll just sorta see. Small, though. Small. I like that, I like that. We're gonna bring in Mark EA here. We're gonna bring in Andrews, start with a little 1, 2, 3, 1, pair Lamar with Mark. Yeah, that's the season was tough for Ayuk even before the injury, so you guys remember, like, he was fighting for that contract, so, like, wasn't practicing, then he gets paid, then he gets hurt. It's just but 73, yeah, I have him a couple picks ahead of ADP, 2 picks. Yeah, we'll see though, right? Like, if you get rid of Pollard, how good do you feel with just Tajay Spears going into the season next year with a rookie QB? Like, they gotta bring someone in. They gotta bring someone in. Now, that being said, I still I'm drafting him at ADP because it doesn't seem like there's too much downside to it, right? Like, where he goes in the 125 range. Where's he go? 129, 130. Yeah, so we're 11 spots ahead on his ADP, then we have Neil right after him. Like, even if he ends up the backup, if this dude's got 30, 35%, 40%, like, that's all he needs, and then he has the chance of becoming the one, or maybe there's a small chance that he is the one. So, yeah, we're definitely a little ahead of ADP on Spears right now. It's just a smaller back, right? So I don't see them giving him 75, 80% of the workload, like being it's like 5'10", 190, 195, and he's got 1 knee. Yeah, he's got no knees. Oh, god. First year off knee, I'm probably gonna be out on Ayuk. Don't blame you. That I would assume that means you're giving Kittle a pretty sizable bump, and you might be even giving Pearsall a pretty sizable bump. He goes to 81 here. Slicky. Slicky Ricky. I have him just around ADP. Still not still not that excited. Again, how good does San Fran feel rolling into the season with just Ricky Pearsall and Ayuk if they let Debo go and Kittle? They need not let Kittle go, but they have Kittle, Pearsall, and Ayuk. Like, you would think they're bringing in another piece, but we'll see. A lot of needs. Can't tear an ACL if you don't have one, that's facts. Yeah. The risk on Tajay just goes down and down. Look at Trav at 77. Fall on the sword for us, mister. Come on. Fall on the sword. You gotta pair him with Mahomes. Like, you're too deep now. You're too deep. You got 2 KC pieces. You have to go Kelsey. Scan auto. Get that correlation, dude. This has to be a receiver here. This has to be a receiver. Let's go Downs. Number 1 on on Indy over Pittman. Don't forget Juwan. Yeah, that's true. Juwan a dog. Juwan a dog. Saw Trav falling into 200 range last night. You biting. Yeah, I'd start to mix him in. I'm not going to be I'll probably be at field by the end of the big board, but yeah, I'm at 5% right now, so I'm, like, right around ADP on him. I do like, when you ask me, like, Travis Hunter or Mims, like, they're probably gonna be on the field for the same percent, whether Trav plays defense or not. Like, Mims is out there for, like, 30 to 40% anyways. So I think right in this area, could even bump I'm drafting a ton of Bo Nix, though, and that's why I find myself getting Mims here. Still 10 spots behind ADP. If you rank Quentin Johnson above Mims, like, you might like him better, but you will get 0 Mims. We'll see. He was trending upward on that last playoff game, 60 something percent of snaps. Mooney off the board, Murray off at 98, Golden off. I think this is where we just go RB. I will say it doesn't feel amazing. We're super heavy on RB in this range. Super heavy. Stole the wife's cup, by the way. Don't tell her. Let's bring Cup up to this range. That's the first Cup share. He falls 5 picks. Has been rising. We'll just see. We'll see where he ends up. See where he ends up. Definitely gonna need to tap into RB on the way back around, but we should have one of those guys available. And there goes Swift, which is nice. Get him off the screen, man. Get him off the screen. What do you guys think about the Pats? Like, obviously, terrible season, O-line in shambles. Can they correct it? Can they get to, like, bottom 10, bottom 15 O-line instead of, bottom 2? Njoku off. Njoku's price is a little jacked up. I haven't seen myself clicking too much Njoku. Ben likes Hunter to the Pats. On offense or defense? We need both. Can you play the full game, sir? Can you play the full game? You might see some sort of, like, playing defense and then red zone packages. As long as they upgrade their O-line and wide receivers, they might be 20th this year. Have him opposite Gonzo. Just seems expensive for Yeah, he definitely doesn't have that same power that Josh Allen has, but he does escape from pressure, which helps the O-line. It's just for the running game, you would like to see some of the pressure taken off of the kid. I like what OTS did here, kinda grabbing some value RBs, then grabbing another one with ETN. We're hoping one of these guys were gonna fall. 1251. There goes Mims. You got Bateman. I don't want him. I don't want him. I'm gonna get buried at RB if I don't go RB here. This guy's got a 1-4. I was gonna say, don't go RB, bro. We need to go Spears. Pull Spears up. And let's see what Drew does. Drew's got 2 picks. Turbotron's got 2 picks. Drew so far with Jefferson, Bucky, Brees Hall, Zay Flowers, Waddle, Calvin, Quinshawn, Jonnu, Michael Pittman, Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's fun, right? Like, if you end up with him saying, like, yeah, I'm gonna play offense, or the team wants him to play offense, whatever it might be, he's gonna rise. He's gonna He's gonna rise. Like where would you put him? Jeez. I would think he would go in like the Tet range, but 47 on Tets, like that's crazy. It's like maybe right in this DK, like behind DK, maybe behind Sutton, in front of Jerry. He'd go above Tet. Tet went in a weird spot in this draft. Tet CDP's 50. Yeah, 47. That's why I don't have a lot. Few shares. That's what I'm saying. Like fully 100% declares he's playing offense. Bateman off at 121. I don't love Bateman without Lamar, but Turbo's all for it. Coleman goes at 119. Justin Herbert off. Nice little 11 pick discount on Herbert there. He'd be a second rounder if a team took him just to play receiver. Nah, that's aggressive. That's aggressive. I would put him in this George Pickens, Cortland Sutton range, but I also think like Tet should be over there too. Neighbors. Oh damn. Now we're getting spicy. We're spicy. 35% Kirk and didn't want to pull him up. I feel that. There goes Neil. Ah, fuck. All right. Let's bring in the kid here. Let's bring in the kid. We're gonna end up going 3 tight ends anyways in the 20-round draft with Mark Andrews as our first at 77. We're in a decent spot at receiver. Drafting anyone at receiver here would just be pulling them up. Let's go May also having some rushing upside. May and Lamar is a fun combo. Galatians, you guys are crazy. Yeah, they're two completely different players, right? Just that's like a goddamn giraffe out there in the field. Yeah, we took Marvin in the first and Neighbors on a 2-3 turn. I'll give you a third rounder, but no lower. How did the Marv pick turn out though? You know what I mean? T-Law, here's Ingram. So easy to pair T-Law in this round with either Kirk, Ingram, super late Gabe Davis if you needed to. But Drake May at 125. We'll take that. Yeah. Yeah, he paired him. He had a plan. Pitts off at 136 with Penix. Am I the only one that thinks Penix is expensive? Dobbs off. Okay. Now we're in a spot. ADP looks like this. So let's do this. Let's bring in Quentin Johnson. Let's bring in QJ here. Now we gotta hope. Now you just gotta hope. Penix is a shiny toy, always gets overvalued. And yeah, I agree. I agree. I still like drafting him. I don't think he needs to obviously be paired with T-Law because of that risk. But there's there's some fun spots for these free agent tight ends. Everyone loves that expensive Penix. That's hilarious. Jesus. There it is, dude. Ben, be careful, dude. Be careful. He's a bit heavily priced. Hard to not wait for just Darnold tier. Cedric Tillman off at 144. Tua, Rico, Bryce Young, Cam Ward. Second QB, Cam Ward. Probably a good idea to grab a QB there. Being on the end, you just don't know what's coming back to you. Green Bean getting the early Penix. Got the early Penix, dude. Probably going Rachaad White here. Ah, pain. This is a pain spot. Let's bring in Rachaad White. Bijan, Caleb, Tajay, Rachaad White. We're gonna need seven RBs max. We can stop at 2 QBs, 3 tight ends. So that's 5, 12, 8 receivers. Seems about right. 2, 7, 8, 3. Potentially could stop at 6 RBs. I wouldn't mind that as well. But then what do? We're not gonna spend it on QB, most likely. 9 receivers? I don't know if this team needs 9 receivers. But it's most likely between those 2 builds. Ollie Gordon off. He was gonna I was praying just because he had a later ADP, he'd come back. Fergie, Kate Otten, probably these 2 are probably the 2 best tight end values on the board. Fields off, Geno off at 154. Yeah, so people pulling up the QBs. Pairs with DK? Pairs with DK. Dylan Sampson, Blake Corum off. Oh, Ben. Ben, you're gonna have to get him early, man. The new ranks are out. It's going earlier and earlier, man. He's another one. He's like a giraffe on the field. All right. If Likely comes back to us, we're going Likely just because we have Lamar. Likely and Andrew. It's not. I've seen I've seen worse. I've seen worse. Let's see if anyone wants him. There he goes. 30 picks before ADP. Gotta get your guy, dude. Gotta get your guy. OTS with Colston. Interesting spot here. Interesting spot for the fella. I think he's on auto though, right? So this is just a. If he was on auto, would this have been a likely pick? I believe so. Likely with ADP 137. Ollie 159, unless he has it set to 2 tight ends. No one knows. No one knows. He autos when you don't want him to. He doesn't auto when you want him to. He's broken. The bot's broken. You need a new bot, bro. We're just gonna grab Braylon Allen and be happy. Happiness is the goal today. Braylon Allen, bring in cheer. Yeah, dude, like, what? Like, why does your bot have to break? Yeah, I like Ray Day too. I'll get my Ray. I'll get my Ray shares. We're at 11%. We're at 11%. Braylon Allen though, man, man, I think he has a better chance of a bigger workload, right? If James Cook goes down, Ray Davis gonna be sharing with Ty Johnson, and goal line stuff is going to Josh Allen. Breece Hall goes down. I mean, I guess with Buffalo, at least you're in the red zone. Jets, you're probably on your own 20. Positives and negatives. They should lean pretty heavily into the run next year, though, with that RB duo, Braylon Allen and Breece. But they both have good standalone value. Bond at 173. This is what we're doing. We're going James Bond. We're going James Bond on him. Burner type guy. Best ball type guy. A discount Xavier Worthy that's not going to go in the first round. He's going to be super scheme dependent too. So we'll see where he ends up. But he needs free releases. Otherwise, he's just going to get jammed. Xavier Restrepo. Alex a dog. Watching this kid's tape. Kid's a dog. We got Alec up the board, 15 spots. We also have Wicks up the board too. Although his ADP is coming down pretty quick. It's coming down pretty quick. And Komet still feels back. Bears triple, baby. Ooh. Ben, you doing dirty things right now? Where you at? Oh, nice. Nice. Kate Otten, Harold Fannin, and Cole Kmet. Nice little trio there for tight ends. Schultz at 181. Really? Yeah, he's not going to have elite separation, but I think he could be a pretty good player on the right team. We're at 13.5%. Yeah. Facts. Facts. AD off the board. Tough, dude. Tough. Someone go Kareem Hunt. The steam from the auto drafters is crazy. Crazy. You would think Underdog would, like, set it back to the ADPs. I don't know. I don't know what you do in that case. I don't know what you do in that case. If a draft gets thrown away, I guess it, like, shouldn't be factored into the ADP. I would think something like that, but again, they're not gonna invest that much time in the draft community, unfortunately. We gotta turn on the regular ADP so they don't know our next move. Always keep them guessing. Keep them guessing. Now he's back to auto draft. Oh my god, you are causing my brain so much pain, my friend. Javante, come on down. Come on down. Until your price goes up, sir, I'm just gonna continue to draft Javante Williams. I did not think he'd be my number 1 owned player in the big board. I did not think he'd be my number 1 owned player in the big board. But here we are. Here we are. Yeah, DJ Giddens on the way back around would have been nice, Drew. Turn the damn ranks off. I know you like DJ, even before I ranked him up. I've even started clicking Javante OTSs. That's the best. You know I need my rookies. That a boy. That a boy. The hungry hippo. The hungry, hungry hippo. I feel pretty good with this RB room. Bijan, Caleb Johnson, Tajay Spears, Rashad White, Brilliant Allen, Javante Williams. Most likely have to add in one more piece. Cool with the QBs. Ladd, Rashee Rice, Adams, Josh Downs, Cooper Kupp, Quinn Johnson, Isaiah Bond, Andrews. We need 3 tight ends. There goes 1 tight end off the board. There goes a second tight end off the board. Difference being fuck. We wanted one of Higbee or Hurts, dude. I don't mind bringing up one of these players. I don't mind bringing up one of these players. We have a little Tennessee thing going on. Let's go Gesicki in this spot. Let's go Gesicki. They move on from T. Higgs. Gesicki would eat. Yeah, they tried to bury us, but we got our hand out of the snow. We got spotted. We got spotted by a choppa. It's all set. It's all set. Andrews Gesicki. It's gonna be a 3 tight end build. Most likely it'll be a rookie as our last. We'll see. We'll see what comes back to us. We have too many pounders in this draft, so the sleepers are definitely going a little faster than usual. Thoughts on Theo Johnson? His ADP makes no sense to me. He had a little breakout before he got hurt. Probably gets a QB upgrade. He definitely gets a QB upgrade. It's a matter of what are the Giants going to do. Greg Dulcich over there now. Bellinger more is on the field for blocking. Let me see the free agents over there. Let's have a peek at the Giants now. It's a tough one to spot. You wouldn't expect them to touch a tight end with Theo Johnson. And let me see the snaps towards the end of the season. Love how it goes to 2023. Really mess us up. Yeah, no, he was the full-time tight end with Danny Bellinger there. Theo Johnson was out there just running cardio blocking. Let's go to Greg. I don't see. Let me pull up Greg Dulcich. I don't even remember him hopping over. He was on like a 3 or 4 year deal with Denver. That was supposed to end. Yeah, so he's on the Giants through 2025 on short money. Yeah, Theo Johnson's fine as a last round click. I could probably bring him up a little bit. But again, he's kind of in that area with who would you rather, I guess, like Conklin, put Theo Johnson over Sinnott, maybe 2 spots back from where he should be. But oh wow, we're gonna get Okonkwo too. I like Woody Marks as well though. Payne. Let's go Woody first. We'll give someone a chance to draft Chiggy. Don't need him that bad. Gesicki will be a Bengal in 2025, 100%. Yeah, I feel really good about where Gesicki goes. Feel really good about it. Felt good about it last year, and we saw his ceiling. He had some really nice ceiling games. 30-point game as a tight end, I think. What was that? And he was sharing time. The other thing is the rookie went down, and he's supposed to miss most of next season. Eric All, in danger of missing season. So yeah, Gesicki splitting with Drew Sample, both out there a good amount, but it trended upward. Again, he's the offensive tight end, so he's going to lose those snaps that are just pure runs, which is fine. Turbo has a lot of Gesicki. 51 drafts at 46% Chubb. Taylor's a nice pick. Uh-oh. We're going gunner. Bring in the gunner. Taylor had a really good Senior Bowl. Arroyo has some buzz. He has some buzz. I think he ends up in the second, but so many good tight ends. Really good tight end class. Terrence Ferguson is a fun 20th round tight end pick. Terrence Ferguson. Who did he play for? Oregon? Oregon. Yeah, the stats are definitely not going to wow you. But he a big boy. 6'5", 255. Was he injured in 2020? 2024? 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a peek at his tape later. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're done at RB. Terrence Ferguson. I'm seeing. Let's go to the stats. 2024, I'm seeing 591 yards on 43 catches and only 3 touchdowns. Maybe he had like 100 yards rushing. No. This the boy? Yeah, super unfortunate. He was a great prospect too. Sharp pick in Dynasty. Jordan James off the board. We're most likely going to Patriot with this last pick, I would think. Give Drake May a little correlation. Give Drake May a little correlation here. Yeah, Elijah Moore. What's our percent on Elijah Moore now? 38%. Where everyone goes booty, do we just go Polk? Do we just big brain the Polk click? Sus, dude. Get out of my head. Yeah, the Gabe Davis pick was terrible last year. All right, first Polk share coming in. Gonna get a chance to reset himself with the new coaching staff. 2025 QJ is the best. He's gonna get a chance to reset himself, that's all. They're gonna bring in more competition, but these coaches are not gonna have allegiance to anyone that's there at wide receiver, especially after what they witnessed last year, so if Booty goes out there and outplays him, fine. You still need probably 3 other receivers, and the Patriots just don't. Douglas is gonna take the slot. They're gonna bring someone in, say, but, like, they whiffed on Javon Baker, but how do you even know you'd even play him in a year that was a losing year, so try to develop your players. Just a weird year for the Pats. 2783, Lamar Jackson, Drake May, Bijan, Caleb Johnson, Tajay Spears, Rashad White, Braylon Allen, Javonte Williams, Woody Marks. You see us kinda put off RB after our first pick. It went pretty balanced build. We're not gonna be overly strong anywhere. Ladd, Rice, Adams, Josh Downs, Cooper Kupp, Quinn Johnson, Isaiah Bond, Jalen Polk, Andrews, Gesicki, Gunnar Helm. Tougher room. I think a lot of these teams are going to look a little less strong than normal, and that's one of the disadvantages of drafting on the live stream. Turbo in the house, Burrow, Cam Ward, Sam Darnold. Nice little 192 Sam Darnold. Hey, hi, how you doing? Josh Jacobs, Alvin Kamara, J.K. Dobbins, Eckler, Shipley, touches here. Chase, Higgins, Burden, Ayuk, Bateman, Cedric Tillman, Jane Higgins, and Malik Washington, with Tyler Warren, Henry, and Convo. Very balanced team. Nicely balanced there. Let me know if you guys are coming out of the shadows where you drafted from, if I skip your team. Drew in the house with Tua, JJ, and Jalen Milrow. Little 3 QB build on a 3-6-7-4. Bucky and Hall, Quinshawn, Devin Neal, Ray Davis, and DJ Giddens. I like it. I like it a lot. JJ, Zay Flowers, Waddle, Ridley, Pittman, Travis Hunter, and Royals. Jonnu Ertz. I think you're okay with just going one of these guys and maybe adding on a free agent like Slayton or Elijah Moore. One more receiver, give you a little more depth. But I don't mind going 4 tight ends here too. Kind of pick your own adventure story there. Scorpion might be a lurker. Not 100% certain, but he might be a lurker. Ben Haskell at the 8 spot, 3-6-8-3. Caleb, Anthony Richardson, and Dart. Genty, Chase Brown, ETN, Kendra Miller, Damian Martinez, Khalil Mullings. Amon-Ra, DJ Moore, Rome, Chris Godwin, Jacoby Myers, Khalil Shakir, Christian Kirk, AD, K-Dot, and Fanning, Cole Kmet, like the 3 tight ends. You guys triple stack with Chicago. You got a single stack with AD. I like that. Year 2. He goes at a super fair price. Drew can't be too happy about the Godwin snipe. RB is probably the spot where you're the weakest, but you just don't know. It could work out. Like, what does Kamara, like, end the season on the Saints too? Like, that's one that is that like a trade deadline potential mover? They they'd have to eat some of that contract, obviously. OTS at 9, Brock Purdy, Penix, and Justin Fields. Nice 3 QB combo, get some rushing upside. Montgomery, Stevenson, Najee, and Estime. I'm good with that. Neighbors, London, Devonta Smith, Ricky Pearsall, Wicks, Savion, Tez, Noel, Elijah Moore. Capital looks right? Like he went 4 in the first 81, took a long break. Kittle, Pitts, and Colson Loveland. I'm good with it. I'm good with 3 here in the big board. You get closer to BBM, you're probably stopping with Kittle and Pitts in an 18-round draft. You be the king. Let me know if you're in the room. Go to Caden, crypto in the house. Bo Nix with Jared Goof, Achan Taylor, Dylan Sampson, Corum, Nick Chubb, and Marshawn Lloyd. Double anchor RB build for sure. Xavier Worthy, JMO, Cortland Sutton, Trey Harris, Keenan Allen, Leggett, Yoshi Voss, Franklin, and Calvin Austin, Laporta, Kincaid, and Schultz. Love it. Dude, I like it. Good team. Good team for going double anchor RB. Obviously, you need shit to hit at RB, but again, none of these teams are gonna look like overly strong. Just a sharper room in general makes for more balanced drafting. 3683. Bakey Bake, T-Law, and Sanders hitting that value QB spot. Bake's been rising. Baker and Goff both been rising, which I thought was a little surprising. Baker had a great season. The Bake hate. I'm definitely it's like every year he has to prove it to me again. But there's so many players like this that we do it with. I feel like a lot of people do that with like James Conner, where I'm like, how do you not trust this guy by now? Derrick Henry, Kyren Williams, B Rob, Algier, Hill, and Gibson. I like the RBs. He didn't shake it up at all at RB. He said, just give me the returning guys. Should have a lot of touches there. Nico, Mike Evans, Pickens, Judy, McMillan, Amari Cooper, Whittington, Gabe Davis. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. QB the King said no rookies except for this QB. Njoku, Ingram, and Theo Johnson. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Sanders to the Giants. End up with a little correlation there with Theo. B-Rob is RB3 feels good. Feels good. Yeah, we got a lurker, boys. Nah, he said he was in the room. He said he was in the room. It's so funny. All right, guys. Yeah, no, that's I feel better. I feel better about my team after seeing everyone else's. No offense. No offense. Everyone's got really good teams. Lamar, Drake May, Bijan, Caleb, Spears, White, Brandon Allen, Javante, Woody Marks, McConkey, Rice, Adams, Downs, Cup, QJ. I would say receiver for me probably looks a little shaky, a little more dependent on Rice than maybe Cup's landing spot, but pretty fun. Pretty good drafts. All right, guys. That's going to do it for me on this beautiful Monday. I'll catch you lovely people in the Discord drafting off stream. I'll here, let me throw this in the chat. Jump in the Discord. It's completely free. It's where all the pounders hang out off stream. It's where we draft and post our teams and our W's. And congrats. Let's actually we got to hit the congrats button on these guys. Hall of Fame channel had a lot of people have some high finishes in the playoff best ball. Oh, he didn't post it here. I forget. Someone had a really nice finish, 45 hundy. So congrats, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Drop a like, hit the sub, do all the good stuff down below. Pounders.